The following story is a product of imagination. I woke up at 3 a.m. to a weird noise outside. Was someone breaking in? My heart was racing when I grabbed my baseball bat. The living room was pitch black, except for this flickering blue light. I peeked around the corner, ready to smack the intruder. Dad!
Shh! I can feel them. They're really close.
My dad's a paranormal researcher. And me? I'm Tess, 16, the one who never believed in that ghosty stuff. Pretty sure he's just doing it for TikTok views. Even if it's real, it's not your problem. Dad always sticks his nose in other people's business, especially ghost business. He says I should open my heart and listen to people's stories, and I'm like, nope, it's not my thing. Then we moved to Australia. Dad said he heard a call from ancient spirits or whatever. I started at a new school, gave the most awkward intro ever, and tried to make sense of Aussie slang without secretly Googling every other word. After lunch, I headed to the restroom to clear my head, but froze when I saw a girl show up in the mirror. She was quietly painting all over the stall wall. You shouldn't be doing that. It's against the rules. She turned to look at me, totally shocked. Tess, who are you talking to? A bunch of girls barged in, staring like I'd lost it. You didn't see her? She was... Wait, what? You talking to yourself, or is something up there? The girl had vanished, and the paint? Gone too. Great, looks like the prank the new kid game just started. Classic high school behavior. I stepped out of the restroom and almost slammed into someone. Barely dodged, but all her makeup spilled everywhere. Oh, I'm so sorry. I reached down to help, but she was quicker, scooped everything up and walked away without saying a word. Wait, who'd you just bump into? Now her whole crew looked pale as heck. Did they seriously not see that girl walk into stall 3? Weird. And then the rumors took off. People were saying I was nuts, talking to myself, and worse, seeing ghosts. Her dad's a ghost expert, like father, like daughter. That afternoon, I dragged myself toward the school gate. When I passed the music room, I saw a girl playing the piano. Her hands were moving perfectly, but no sound came out. It was eerie and kind of beautiful. Then she stopped, looked right at me. Hey, maybe the piano's broken? I could help. I know how to play. 5 seconds of silence, then she replied, You can see me? Seriously? Another prank? I didn't even answer and just turned to leave. But blocking the door were those 2 girls from the bathroom earlier. Don't panic, love. We're just harmless little ghosts. But you really are something special if you can see us. Can you not? It's not even funny. And right then, a guy ran into the room straight through the girls. I mean, through! I screamed loud.
You okay, Tess?
Okay, I believed it. I could actually see ghosts. But wait, who's this guy?
I'm Miles. I run the school's podcast on supernatural stuff. Though, honestly, I mostly just do it for content.
How do you even know about me?
Girl, you're literally blowing up on the school forum. They say you've got ghost vision.
That night at dinner, I casually brought it up to Dad. No way I was telling the full truth. Hey, Dad, what if, hypothetically, there were ghosts at school?
You've seen them, haven't you?
Me? No, it's just a what if.
The Echoed. That's what we call them. They're souls that stick around with unfinished business, and they only reveal themselves to people they trust.
Wait, they trust me? So if their wishes get fulfilled, they can move on?
Exactly.
I thought about that all night. I kept seeing them around school, but I ignored them. Duh, not my problem. Too bad they didn't agree. Turns out they had other plans for me. My hair kept floating up in class because they were playing with it. They stole my pen and held it up in the air, literally floating. Of course, it turned into a full-on circus for the rest of the class. Not even exams were safe. Duh, the answer's B. Is this what education has come to? Mind your own business. Right when everyone turned to stare, a book dropped to the floor. Obviously, they're doing. And just like that, I got slapped with a detention slip for cheating during the test. What do you want from me? Don't tell me it's...
You gotta help them finish their business, duh. Okay, fine, I'll help. I'm starving for content anyway. My podcast's survival depends on you.
That's not my problem. And yet there I was, back at school at midnight, sitting face to face with 3 ghost girls and Miles, who was shaking like a leaf. I needed to save myself before my classmates voted to send me to the loony bin. And if Dad found out I was finally listening to other people's stories, he'd probably burst into happy tears. Okay, Girls, if you're planning to haunt me into insomnia, the least you can do is introduce yourselves. I'm Luna, drop-dead gorgeous and glam, obvi. Classic mean girl energy. But that's also why I never had the guts to confess to my crush, and I've regretted it ever since. I'm Roxy, straight A student, super well behaved. But during senior year, I got accused of stealing the test answers. Totally false. That teacher's the principal now, by the way. So that's why she's been doodling revenge art all over the school. Cute. And I'm Monique. I love playing piano, but I was too shy. I never got to show anyone who I was. Got it. So, if I help you finish your unfinished business, you move on? They all nodded. Awesome. This was gonna be a ride. The first mission started the very next day. Luna's old crush turned out to be Mr. Joel, the school's elderly security guard. What the fudge? Read him my letter, the one I never got to send. So I did. Ahem. Dear Joel, my love, I've watched you from across the courtyard for so long. I adored you in secret. What I didn't realize was that behind me, a crowd of students had gathered. OMG, Tess is crushing on Mr. Joel!
Respect the elderly, mate.
I wanted to crawl into a hole and vanish. How was I supposed to explain that I was confessing for a ghost?
That was me. Me and Tess, we're doing a challenge. We're dating, okay? Very in love.
Then he grabbed my hand right in front of everyone. Miraculously, it worked. Yay. Meanwhile, Mr. Joel stared at the letter. He knew exactly who those words were from.
I remember her. I liked her too. I just never had the courage to say it.
Luna hovered nearby, eyes wide, tears rolling silently down her cheeks. It was heartbreaking. Even I almost teared up. Not long after that, we dove into Roxy's mission. Me and Miles crept down the hallway, heading straight for the principal's office.
Are we sure this isn't, like, a terrible idea?
Nope, but Roxy insists. Just trash the place and drive her nuts. We snuck in ready to glitter bomb everything when, click, the lights came on. The principal was right there, staring us down.
Please tell me she's sleepwalking.
Wow, I'm disappointed in both of you. Care to explain yourselves? You're blaming me wrongly. I don't misplace blame. Her name was Roxy Carver. The principal stiffened like the name hit something deep. I remember now. Roxy was bright, obedient, trustworthy. You trusted her enough to give her your office keys. Then the test packets disappeared and you were sure she was the thief. I was so sure. I expelled her right away, but I was wrong. Years later, I found the missing tests, wedged in a crack in my desk. It wasn't her.
Holy jelly beans! You ruined her future!
I've wanted to say sorry to her, even if it's way too late. Roxy was there, hearing everything she'd waited so long to hear. She didn't say a word, just quietly left. But I knew that was all she needed. There was just one last wish left, Monique's. Miles and I spent days thinking it over. How could we help her shine in front of everyone? That's when I spotted a huge banner across the school courtyard. Eureka! Prom night!
Wait, what are you planning now?
That night, when the stage lights came on, I stepped up to the piano and sat down. Right on cue, Monique appeared beside me. Her ghostly fingers floated right above mine, guiding me from one note to the next. I could feel it. She was a true piano prodigy. Every beat carried her passion, even if her heart wasn't beating anymore. Then Luna and Roxy popped up at the edge of the stage, both wearing that mischievous little grin. Yup, trouble incoming. Before I could even ask, they pushed Miles onto the stage. Aw, he actually looked kind of fire in that dark tux. Our eyes locked in, and suddenly, everything else just faded away.
Wanna dance with me?
This was Miles, the guy who used to scream anytime Luna touched him. But now he was so sincere and sweet, it literally made my heart do a double backflip. He pulled me in gently as the piano started again. And just like that, we were dancing under the fairy lights, like something out of a dream. Luna and Roxy twirled nearby, carefree and glowing, just like real high school girls. The music slowed as Monique stood up. She smiled. Roxy wiped her eyes fast, and Luna fixed her hair with flair. Thank you. Thanks for listening to our story. And then, light shimmered around them. One by one, they began to fade.
Are they gone?
Yeah, they've moved on. Peacefully. After that night, I stopped rolling my eyes at Dad's job. And honestly, I opened up a little more too. Turns out he was right. Everyone does have a story. And when you take the time to listen, life gets a whole lot lighter. Oh, and guess who Dad recruited as his new apprentice? Miles.
Your dad's a goldmine of content for my podcast.
Honestly, they're such a duo now, it's low-key making me jealous. As for me and Miles, maybe we're just friends. Or maybe, like the Echoed, we've got our own unfinished story. Who knows? Hey y'all, I'm Elle, from this adorable little country in Europe. Fun fact, my life was mapped out before I even took my first breath. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for my very own fairy tale tea. So here's the deal. On the day my mom was about to give birth, she had this wild dream that her daughter, aka me, was destined to become a queen. The very next day, she woke up, went into labor, and boom, there I was. The moment I let out my first cry, she looked at me and said, "Queen never cries." I zipped it. Even the doctors were in awe. Little did they know her words were total prophecy. From then on, my mom got laser focused on making me royal ready. Crowns, scepters, and endless lectures. But me? I was more about running around outside. One day I met this badass martial arts master who decided to train me. She taught me some ancient moves, and soon enough I could yeet anyone who messed with me. That's probably why I love exploring. There's always something cool to learn. One morning, just as I was about to sneak out for training, Mom caught me. Ow, ow, ow! Turns out we had an invite to afternoon tea with the Queen. With one single glance, the Queen picked me to be Prince William's fiancé. My mom was practically doing cartwheels. Mom, what's a fiancé? Can I eat it? Sweetie, it means you're going to marry the prince and become a princess. I mean, any kid would probably lose their mind over this. But marry Frog Boy William? It's a hard no from me. Of course, I didn't get a say. Mom packed me off to the palace to learn royal etiquette, and let me tell you, it was mid at best. Why? William was constantly up in my space.
I aced royal etiquette. What about you? Oh, a B? Guess you bowed at the wrong angle. It's supposed to be 45 degrees, not whatever that hunchback turtle pose that was.
Ugh, he was insufferable. But I had plans to serve him humble pie in self-defense class.
I'll go easy on you, since you're a girl.
Oh, it's a nay for me. If I win, you're giving up your title. I got into a defensive stance as William charged at me. I dodged every attack with ease, then smacked him on the head with my bare hand. He immediately burst into tears, bawling like a baby.
How dare you! Guards! She hit the prince!
The guards rushed in, but I wasn't about to back down. I went full ninja mode, taking them all out. William kept bawling.
Oh, that is so unfair!
Unfair? Wanna try me again? That shut him up real quick.
Bruh, you got owned by a girl! That's next level embarrassing!
Oh yeah? Wanna find out what that feels like yourself? He bolted. That was Jasper, William's cousin. He was always looking for ways to humiliate William, probably out of jealousy since William was destined to be king someday. Honestly though, I kinda felt bad for Will. So I went over and kissed his boo-boo. See? My mom says this helps.
That's not even a thing!
After that, William totally changed. He still stuck to me like glue, but now it was to bring me gifts and help me sneak out of the castle for adventures. I even dragged him to a flower field once where he carefully wove a ring of wildflowers and gave it to me.
When we grow up, I'm gonna marry you.
Then he kissed me on the cheek. Little me was totally swooning. Life in the palace didn't suck as much with him around. What started as puppy love turned into something real, but then disaster struck. The queen passed away. William was a wreck and I did my best to be there for him. On coronation day, he put on the royal robe. But he was too young to handle the kingdom and the court wasn't exactly rooting for him. Then there was Jasper, always scheming and ready to snatch the throne. Jasper put guards on William 24/7 and kept me under surveillance too. No more sneaking out for me. But I knew William needed me now more than ever. I went to check on him. No answer. My gut said something was off, so I busted the door open. And there he was, being dragged away by a man. I lunged at him and got him to drop Will. Will screamed for the guards and the guy bolted. But not before I sank my teeth into his arm. He screamed, but as he made a run for it, my head collided with the chandelier. Everything went dark and I passed out. When I came to, I had no clue where I was.
Miss, are you okay?
Startled, I headbutted him without thinking. Who are you? And why the heck are you trying to kidnap the king? Also, where even is this place? Before I could blink, I felt the ultimate double attack. Both my ears were getting yanked. Ah! Don't you dare hurt our dad!
Mira! May! Let her go!
The two girls reluctantly let me be.
Listen, we don't want trouble, okay?
Yeah, right. You don't want trouble, but you kidnapped the king?
I know it sounds extreme, but we had no choice. I'm the chief of a poor village far from the capital. Ever since the king took the throne, our resources have been cut and we've been left starving. I tried to get an audience with him, but that one royal official wouldn't even let me in.
Cut resources? That doesn't make sense. William would never let that happen. He only wants the best for his people.
Then why not see for yourself? We need to make him witness it firsthand.
I was skeptical, but figured he could be telling the truth. All right, take me to your village. I'm William's fiance, and if what you're saying checks out, I'll report it to him myself.
If you insist, then follow us.
Big mistake. The man made me walk miles. My shoes were practically disintegrating. Ever heard of a taxi? No? Cool. But that wasn't even the worst part. I had to hike up mountains, wade through rivers, and survive a literal snowstorm just to get there. When we finally arrived, I was floored. The village was breathtaking. Lush greenery, fresh air, it was vibes. The villagers ran out to greet the chief and his daughters. They looked so hopeful, expecting to see the king. Instead, they got me. Hey, I'm hopeful too, okay? Great, then help us out. Wait, what? What better way to understand our life than to live it yourself? Were they trolling me? First, no running water because the palace cut the supply to save resources? Nonsense. So I had to walk miles to fetch water from a lake. Then I worked in the fields with zero equipment because they didn't have enough fuel for machinery. My hands were blistered. And cooking? Had to start a fire from scratch. By the time I was done, I was sore everywhere. Finally, I thought I'd earned some rest. I sank into a warm bath, feeling all when the lights started flickering like a horror movie. Then poof, out they went. What the fudge? What do I do now? Suddenly, a dim light appeared and a creepy face came into view. I screamed like I'd never screamed before. Chill, it's just me. The power's out and Dad sent me to bring you a lantern. Jeez Louise, talk about a jump scare. I joined the villagers around a campfire where the chief shared some fairy tales. Honestly, the vibe was cozy and way more wholesome than I'd expected. I can't believe how much you guys have to go without, but you're so resourceful, it's inspiring. Well, we do our best. But it's not enough. If this keeps up, we won't survive much longer. That's serious. I need to get back to William and tell him right away. Just then, the fire was snuffed out and a squad of guards stormed in, looking big mad.
Time to pay your tribute to the palace.
What a tribute? William would never order something like that.
We have nothing left! You've already taken everything!
Still talking back? No money? Then take a beating!
They started cornering the villagers, but I wasn't having it. Back off! How dare you treat innocent people like this?
And who do you think you are, little girl?
I punched the captain so hard he saw stars. Then the others rushed at me. Fine by me. I flipped, kicked, and unleashed every move my master taught me, taking them down one by one. For the finale, I landed a high kick and knocked the last guy flat. So, do you get who I am now?
These moves. You're the king's fiancé and martial arts master? Retreat!
The villagers erupted into cheers, thanking me for saving them. But the next morning, things escalated fast. A line of shiny cars pulled up, and out stepped William. I ran to hug him, but his face turned cold when he saw the chief. Wait, Will, you've got it all wrong! Let me explain! I told him everything. He reluctantly called off the arrest, but still looked furious.
Elle, the guards reported last night that these people attacked them. I can't let you stay here anymore.
He dragged me into the carriage without another word and took me straight back to the palace. I tried explaining, but he wouldn't listen. He thought I'd been brainwashed. Fine! If you won't do anything, I'll handle it myself. That night, I snuck into the royal food storage, loaded up a truck, and was about to drive off. But just as I reached the gate, the guards swarmed me. Before I knew it, they had me in cuffs.
Well, if it isn't the king's beloved fiancé, what could have gone so wrong that you had to steal food? Such a shame that a pretty face like yours is heading to jail. Who said she's going to jail?
He shoved Jasper aside and freed me.
It was I who ordered her to deliver food to the poor. Got a problem with that?
Of course not, Your Majesty.
William personally escorted me to the village. When we arrived, the villagers' joy at seeing the supplies hit him hard. For the first time, he started to believe their struggles were real. I showed him around and explained just how dire things were. But of course, Jasper couldn't leave us alone. He rolled in with a squad of soldiers ordering the village chief's arrest for kidnapping the king and his fiancée.
There's no proof! Who gave you the authority to arrest anyone?
Your Majesty, I checked the security footage. It clearly shows the chief as the culprit.
The guards tightened the ropes around the chief, ignoring his protests. Mira and May tried to intervene, but to no use. The chaos was overwhelming. Finally, I yelled, "Stop! I can vouch for him! He has a good reason! Listen to what he has to say!" Jasper hesitated, then gave a reluctant nod.
It was him who blocked me from meeting the king! He's the one who's been sending soldiers to extort money and resources from us!
Lies! Stop making things up!
Ask the villagers, they'll tell you the truth!
The villagers stepped up, all shouting their agreement.
What are you waiting for? Arrest this traitor!
But no one moved. Jasper let out a chilling laugh.
These men follow me now. You think you still hold the power, Your Majesty? Your throne is crumbling beneath you. Guards, seize them all.
I pushed William out of harm's way and leapt into the fray. Every move my master had taught me came flooding back as I fought off soldier after soldier. But there were too many. Just as I was cornered, William and the chief rallied the villagers. With torches, pitchforks, and sheer determination, they fought back, overwhelming the soldiers and pinning Jasper down.
You peasants can't do this to me!
You thought you could outsmart me? Jasper, my authority isn't something you can toy with.
Well, let's just say he's looking at a very long stay in the dungeon. Once William restored his power, resources flowed back into the village. The people were happy, fed, and safe. And to top it off, everyone was invited to our wedding. Finally, the big day arrived. I was about to marry the love of my life and become queen. But as I stared at the crown, it suddenly felt unbearably heavy. I stepped outside for air and William came looking for me. Will, I'm sorry,
You don't want to marry me and become queen, do you?
Will, I love you. Truly I do. But I'm not sure this is the life I want right now. After everything, I've realized there's so much more out there I want to see and can learn. I can't just stay trapped in the palace. I need to explore this beautiful country and its people before I can return and truly be the queen they deserve.
I understand. And I don't want to be the reason you give up your dreams. I'll wait for you, as long as it takes.
Thank you. I kissed him, a kiss filled with love and longing, and walked away. I knew he was watching me go, but I also knew that when I returned, I'd be stronger, wiser, and ready to stand by his side. This is the adventure of my life, and I'm ready for it. Hey y'all, I'm Emma, 16, and this here's my BFF Kate. I'm your average bookworm and not much of a talker. But Kate, she's like crazy rich. Not your typical fancy schmancy rich girl though. We've been inseparable and never fought. Until this happened. Emma, he's reading again, totally ignoring my texts. Been here all along, so why can't you see? Yes! We could totally do something like that music video to get his attention! Like, communicate this way! OMG! He's looking over here! Oh, looks like he's writing something! Oops, it's upside down. What's it say? Hi, sweeties! That dude's Eric, our neighbor. A total heartthrob, ace athlete, and he's got all the girls at our school swooning. Kate, and me included. Yeah, we both like him, but Kate didn't know that. Not long after Eric moved next door, I had to clear out half my closet for Kate's stuff. What's this, Kate? Planning to camp out here? Yep, camping in Eric's heart. I'm totally crazy about him. Eric's so cool and cute and funny, and he gave me his milk after seeing mine spill all over the floor. Oh, Eric. Emma, I really need your help. Since then, I kept telling myself to bury my feelings deep. Never wanted to hurt my only bestie. A month later, thanks to my matchmaking, Eric and Kate started dating. I thought it'd make it easier to forget my crush, but nope. Eric suddenly got all chummy with me. If I ignored him, he'd text to check on me, even bring treats to my door. This ain't right. I can't keep doing stuff that would hurt Kate.
Hey Emma, you free after school?
I texted, but you didn't reply.
Eric, we need to talk. What's your deal? Texting me, giving me gifts when you clearly know I'm besties with your girlfriend.
And what's wrong with that? I'm just being caring. Like a big brother.
Emma, get a grip! You can't fall for this! We don't need to be like this. It might give Kate the wrong idea. That night, Kate woke me up with a hysterical phone call. Emma! What do I do? OMG, okay, calm down, Kate. I'm coming over right now, okay? Wait for me, 5 minutes. I dashed over to Kate's in the middle of the night. Man, she looked like a walking corpse. Jeez, Kate, you had me thinking I stepped into a Plants vs. Zombies game. What's going on? Eric wants to break up. You gotta help me, Emma. We can't end like this. I felt uneasy inside. After that, Kate kept begging me to help her get back with Eric. She'd show up everywhere with those puppy dog eyes. Please, Emma. He won't even answer my texts. What should I do? Emma, you brought us together. Surely you could find a way to patch things up, right? Ugh, for God's sake, Kate, leave me alone! Then one day, Kate suddenly skipped school and didn't contact me. Oh my God, she passed out from exhaustion. Kate, you're so stupid. Starving yourself to make him feel sorry and take you back? If you won't help me, fine. I'm sick of your nagging. Fine, I'll help. But just this once, okay? Did I just agree to something totally dumb? So I went along with the plan I had with Kate and invited Eric over to bake on the weekend.
What? I thought you said we shouldn't be too close to each other.
Eric, don't get this twisted. I just hope you and Kate can talk and rethink breaking up.
Emma, do you know why I broke up? Because I realized I actually like you, Emma. It's always been you, from the start.
Eric looked straight into my eyes with the softest smile I've ever seen. My heart was beating so hard I could hardly hear anything else and just had to bolt. Oh no, I'm falling for him all over again! Eric still came over for our baking date as planned. Kate was over the moon, but Eric's mixed signals were freaking me out. Everything was normal until my oven suddenly decided to quit on us. There must be something wrong inside. Ouch! Dang it!
Gosh, Emma, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I'll just get some burn cream. Man, I wonder what Kate's thinking seeing Eric act like this. They've broken up, but I still feel so wrong about having feelings for Eric.
Hey, beautiful.
Oh no. Gosh, sorry.
No worries. Is your burn okay?
Eric's always been so warm and gentle. Maybe I can't deny my heart any longer. Especially when Eric feels the same way. I decided to come clean to Kate about liking Eric after our school's mountain trip ends. But that morning, as soon as we met... Emma, I'm so happy! Eric agreed to get back together! What's going on? He's playing both of us!
Emma, you look cute today. Wanna go skiing with me?
I don't have time for your cat and mouse games. You say you like me and then you're back with Kate? What do you really want?
Oh, it's no big deal. I'm just trying to please both of you. I know you've liked me for a long time, Emma, and I'm flattered. But Kate's so pitiful, I can't just leave her. You're best friends, you share everything, right?
Stop talking nonsense! I'm ashamed I ever liked someone like you.
Hey, calm down. A cute girl like you shouldn't get angry like that.
What the heck is he doing? I immediately pushed Eric away, but it was too late. Kate was standing right behind me. The look of utter disappointment in her eyes is something I'll never forget. No, Kate, listen to me. No matter the truth, Kate surely wouldn't forgive me after what she saw. We had so many plans for this trip, but now it's all a mess. Kate, Just leave, Emma. I don't want to talk to you. Listen, Kate, it's not what you think. I don't get why that jerk Eric suddenly... You should listen too, Emma. I don't care and don't want to know what happened. Go have fun. I told you it was a misunderstanding. Why won't you listen to my side? So you're admitting you like Eric and betrayed me? No, I didn't. It was all Eric's doing. Yeah, sure. You're always right. It's all because I trusted you too much. Kate's being so unreasonable. Why is she blaming everything on me? And what about Eric? He's the one who started all this. After skiing alone all afternoon to calm down, I returned to the resort late at night and found out Kate was gone! Hey Eric, have you seen Kate?
Oh, I just saw her at the storage shed. Maybe she needed more firewood. Let's check there.
Eric and I went to the shed to look for Kate, but as soon as I stepped inside... What the... Eric, open up! Huh? Who's that? Oh my god, Kate! What are you doing here? That scumbag Eric lured me here. He stole my phone, all my cash, and bank cards. The nerve! Damn it! So he was planning to escape. Gosh, I should have paid more attention to his weird behavior. This godforsaken place has no signal. What now? Hello? Anyone? Help us out here! It's useless, Kate. We're too far from the rooms. Everyone's probably asleep. Kate looks pretty rough. Must have been locked up here for a while. Good thing I've got some snacks on me. That crazy Eric! What was he planning leaving you here? I'm sorry, Emma. No, why are you apologizing? It's all his fault. Can't believe I ever liked such a jerk. I'm sorry, Kate. Seems we both have terrible tasting guys, huh? Kate and I finally made up and agreed that Eric deserved a lesson. But first, we had to escape. We did it! After the trip, we secretly planned to keep tabs on Eric. Turns out he's been dating rich girls to mooch off them. Guess what we did on his next date? Time for our play to start. Oh, Eric, didn't you say you were picking up your aunt from overseas? Don't tell me she's your aunt. Eric, your baby's kicking so much! Here I am, stuck at home while you're sneaking around with this random chick? Oh my god, you have a kid? And you, how dare you steal my boyfriend? More like stealing my husband! What the heck, Eric? What's this about? Oh dear, I guess this pretty thing must be yours? Shame. He might have planned to give it to me for my birthday tomorrow. What did you do while I was in the restroom, you jerk? Say hi to the cops for us. Our plan worked perfectly. Frankly, that was being nice. He deserves to be sent to hell. Kate and I are still inseparable besties. And it's great that now we can share all our real feelings with each other. Hey, what's this? New neighbor? Seems like it. He's not bad. Room for one more. I'm in. Fair competition this time?